Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 2, Episode 28 with me, Cid, and the last episode we made a cosmetic facade for a sludge processing installation, but we never got the actual sludge processing done. We are going to need to grab some of you, we're going to need to make a couple of these, one, why it changes back I don't know, two, and then we do... Actually, we need to make 3 of those, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, we do. So another one of those. Lovely. Gimme. We need a couple of ferni. If I were cobble, where would I be hiding? Cobble is actually going to be one of those things that's going to come into a rare commodity at this rate. So we've got everything. We need a Tesla machine case and a bucket. I'll keep that bucket. We'll make another one just so we're working with fresh stuff, and we'll put that cobble away. And what do we need? A machine case, which is iron, planks, and iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the last bit? Oh, a redstone block. That was right. Okay. Now this thing is let's make the actual thing first. Try and keep on target. That's of course is wrong. There we go. We'll get there eventually. Roundabout route, but we got there. A couple of them and one of them. That'll give us a sludge refiner. Now, what are we like for connectors? We have one. We probably, for the time being, we can probably get away with that. Plus, if we look at the void crystal block, have I got void crystal block? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and just some planks. Have a bit of that going on then. We can probably get away with just one of these for the time being. Storage, however, is going to become an issue, and it's going to become an issue much sooner than we really thought it was going to become an issue. So we need to actively do something about that, and we're probably going to have to, well, no, probably about it. We are going to go down the, I love this drizzles and bits. It really does work. Needs a bit of greenery and stuff to break it up though. We are going to have to go down the route of, damn, okay. That's probably not the best way to get around down here, but and I should really have brought some more blocks with me. That might have made a certain amount of sense there. Right. So we need to get you, and we need to bring this. Let me just, I'll bring this out. How much? Tell you what, if I go and chisel that back to that, that gives me something, and then we can use that and that. That will give me something else to do a bit of filling in with. That's, yeah, that should do the trick. So we're going to have a wire that runs up here, probably just as far as there actually. So let me even get the connector in, and the connector can go in the floor, and you are the sludge boiler. Lovely. And then we'll bring that down like so, and what we'll try and do is we'll fill this as we go as well, until we run out of blocks, and then we'll go and find some. Really doesn't matter, because we're going to bring this all the way down neat and nice and tidy until we've got everything put away where it belongs and linked in and being processed, and then we'll tidy up the build, which will be the last bit of the process. And the world should be good and happy. It would be if I hadn't run out of blocks. I'm just going to go and grab something to fill this hole in, and then I'll be back in a mo. All right, got some more blocks, which will make this process distinctly easier. And then we can bring you all the way along there like so, and then we can just backfill all of this in, and the world will be, if not good and happy, at least backfilled. And we can see in there we've got 213 buckets of sludge. Not a lot, that's only 213 blocks of items. But we can now go and say that we would like to take from the, where are we? I've got to find the sludge. We've got an insert, but we're going to need to make another fluid channel to take fluid. We're going to do an extract of sludge, and we are going to take you to, are you actually showing up on there yet? You're not, because there's no connection. Okay, we need to put that in first then. Okay, I've got to admit, you know, I am really loving XNet. It is such an amazingly brilliant thing. Now, fluid containers, output items on the right hand side. Can we just go straight over there? We're going to take sludge tank is going to come from down. That's going to go to the right. Energy is going to come from down, and fluid containers doesn't really matter, and it's always active. It's got no juice at the moment, but that's fine. That should give us what we need, I hope. And again, it's kind of secondary, because this stuff is not important. This is pretty much, should we filter? I think we'll make the filter as well. So we are going to filter sludge, and you are going to be inserted to the sludge boiler, and then we'll put you back. I think that's right. Now this, I'm going to go and check that again. I'm being a bit anal about this one, because I don't really want to have to hang around the sludge boiler once it's up and running. So yeah, it's got 8 buckets of sludge. That's good. So now we can chuck some power to it. And you'll see why I don't want to be around the thing. This is, we're taking this, we're going to go from there, we're going to insert power there. That should now be running. We should probably sleep while we can, because I don't want to be hanging around in that room any longer than necessary. Oh, we're alright. We are alright, we'll find out. Yep, it is not outputting, however, is it? Ah, alright, that's good. We didn't have to worry too much about that. We can just sleep there then. But we do need to get an output going, so probably for now we need to head over here and find an item pipe of some description. Not until it's starting to take shape, this place now. I'm enjoying it. Enjoying the... Oh, thank you for the little fix you gave me there. Right, what have we got in the way of... So I'm fairly certain somewhere about I've got a fluid pipe there. Fluid extract. What about an extract? Let's just have a look at extraction. energy extraction, item extraction, dropper, weighted pressure plate, and iron nuggets. That we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So I had to think for a second. Weighted pressure plate, iron nuggets, dropper. Let's have a look. What was the actual thing? Dropper, iron nuggets, item extraction. That will do the trick. And we still need to finish off the decorative aspects of it, but at least that will be running. And then I think we really do need to start thinking about a storage system, because we're going to start running into problems very soon, sooner than you think. Would probably be a, there we go, that should be taking everything out and popping it in there, and that's gives us a little podzol. I'm not mycelium. I'm really reluctant to put down. A bit of soul sand actually might work as well, though. We'll just leave you running there for a while. What I was thinking was this: how much mycelium have we got? 1, 2. This is obviously the unpleasant side of things. So if we take the podzol and throw a little bit of that down in spots around here, that will probably look a little bit manky, which is what I want. And we can even throw a little bit of soul sand in places, just to make it look even worse around the area. I don't want to go too mad. That should do the trick there. You can have that dirt, I don't really care. And then I think what we can, all the other things we can do around here, we're going to need some leaves, so we'll go and shear a few trees, and there's a few other items I think we can use to decorate this area, so I will get those together and be back in a second. Alright, so I'm going to decorate this up with just a few dead plants around the area, as well as some mushrooms and the likes. Ooh, you really don't want to go there, do you? Don't want you there, really. And then we've got a few live plants as well we can throw in just for good measure. Some of them more, you know, probably stand out better than others. Now I did think what we could do down here is also a little bit of using these inadvertent sections we've got, because we can pop those down and we can then use some, you know, chisel around the area as well. That would work. And obviously we still need to do inside. I was also thinking that we've got some mileage in working over here. Thought I heard somebody creeping up on me then. You know, just to get some coverage around the edges, just to kind of overgrow it a wee bit, make it look just that little bit more, well, a little bit more overgrown, I suppose. And yeah, so that's something we can do. We've got, as I say, got some plants, we've got a few bits and pieces just to really dress this up area in the area, and maybe even a sapling or two might not go amiss. Maybe we could pop a, I don't know, even a tree here perhaps. I haven't got any bone meal on me, which was kind of short-sighted, but you know, can't have everything. We'll get a little bit of that down and one of those over there. Just basically scatter some stuff around the area. Now what I'm not sure about, which I can't do if I do that actually, can I? No. This side required this shaping, this side doesn't, and I'm not sure whether I should actually. I think I should, you know. I think I should. How are we doing for podzol? Well, we've got a little bit. And we've used all the sludge. Okay. Recipe for podzol is sludge only, or silk touch. Which my pick's got. So I should be able to, if I pick you up, I can actually silk touch that up. That's not so bad then. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit more of this done, and I shall be back with you just as soon as we've got some progress to show you. Alright, and with that, I think exterior wise, this is done. It's nice and busy. It's organic as best as it can be. We've probably got more to do over that side there, but that it's difficult when you don't know what you're going to build putting up to it. We're coming up, we've got plenty of you know, shape to the path, and yeah, it's doing its thing. Getting clay, getting some mycelium, getting sand, all as a byproduct of this thing, which is filling up. So all we need to do now is finish off the interior here, and we're good. So that's the next job in hand, apart from sorting our inventory out. And yeah, that should. I may join us up here as well. Actually, I'm just thinking that this bit here, kinda. I'd plant a tree there, but the problem is that tree farm's going to wreck it. I suppose I could. Yeah, I could do a bit of this. Not like we haven't got plenty of it, and it's cheap as hell anyway, so that doesn't look too bad. What am I like for? Haven't got any. Okay, just thinking what I was like for lanterns, but that's fine. But we can, we're working there on it, and we're getting there. That's the main thing. It's a steady process. Right, I'm going to sort my inventory out. We'll get some stuff from the for the interior of that build, and I shall be right back with you. There we go. Nothing fancy. Just box the place in and leave that to it. It can get on with its own work as it goes. We need to illuminate this area properly, and obviously the way to do that is going to be with a flower pot and a very bright purple rose in it. We need to make a chaos flower pot, I think, first though. I think that was what we needed, wasn't it? Yeah, chaos flower pot. I never thought I'd be using the phrase chaos flower pot ever, but there you go. There's a first time for everything. If I were a flower pot, where would I be? So look, chaos flower pot. How do I make a chaos flower pot? I make a chaos flower pot. Eventually, maybe. Oh, come on. It's got to be in this lot somewhere. Tell you what. Let's spell it right. Is it enriched chaos? I can't remember. The chaos flower pot. Oh yeah, enriched chaos. And we basically. Oh, okay. Chaos rune. I've got no idea what half of this stuff is. teleport linker, obviously we're going to want at some point. What I want is that which is a flower pot, and okay. So redstone, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 redstone and a glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a glowstone. Lovely. I can't believe I'm going to this length for and I've done that wrong, haven't I? No, I haven't. Amazing. Okay, bricks and or get me some bricks, will you please? Thank you. That'll get me that. I know I could have gone down and grabbed the flower pot, but that is easier. And we can head out and place this in the world, and it'll start illuminating up in that area with these little illumination glowy bits. That's a technical term, by the way. Now we still need to do here, so that's the thing. We'll stick a flower pot. We'll stick a flower pot. No, we won't. There, and we'll stick you in that. And we should see that it'll start illuminating around us. Yeah, it's going. Doing its thing. Exactly as it should do. Right. Next things next. We need to do this. So we're going to need to go back and make a new item that we haven't made yet. Well, not this season anyway. And yeah, that will be all good as well. So I'll see you in the morning. We need to visit the desert. We need some green dye. We also need to turn that off because that's not helping a great deal. Probably get another chaos flower pot over here somewhere as well to put some illumination down. But yeah, we just need to go and grab a little bit of cactus green, and then the world will be good and happy. I need 16 cactus green actually. I think. Can never remember with cactus green whether you need loads or. There you go. Grow that. Makes more sense to take the whole cactus and then just drop down a few spare ones kicking around. This will take a hot minute, so I'll get this done back in a sec. Alright, 16 green wool makes 2 green elevators. Nothing fancy, just a means to get up and down in this into the tree farm area down here without having fancy stairs and the likes. And I mean, it's not a perfect colour, but it'll do. It's not costing experience. All is good. We can fill you in and bang. This is not going to be a regular area of work anyway, so we don't need to worry too much about this. This is going to be the roof port level here. We're going to just have a 2 high, so that's fine. And we're going to keep it simple with the old cobble. I really can't see a great deal of point to putting more effort in than that for this. It's just a functional build area with nothing. Down, up, and yeah, we can obviously facade that should we wish to, but it's not necessary really. Well, it's not necessary at this point anyway. This is just going to go all the way around and everything will be good and happy. I suppose we should probably do that. I know we're not going to bother in the long run because this is going to be made out of, I'm going to go with sunken chiseled stone blocks, I think. That would work. Got plenty of smooth stone, so no biggie in terms of its usage. And then we just need to illuminate it as well, which is, you know, well, we need a floor as well for that, and we probably want to have 4 of these. Have we got 4 facades? We have. Excellent. 4 facades. Right, grab one of them and do that, that and that. It's not going to blend in perfectly because obviously it doesn't do connected texture, but for the time being it will do. If we take this out, I can even leave the probably not quite leaving that like that. There you go. And then obviously a floor, which will go with, I don't know, chiseled stone again, because we can. And again, this is all temporary anyway. This lot is going to change out for some kind of, well, that's not going to change. It's going to be integrated into a refined storage system. But of course, to do that, we need to get going with refined storage, which I think is going to be our next job. Now, we can make a start on that this episode, but we're not going to get it done by any stretch of the imagination. So, but for the time being, if we look at that, we've got a goodly amount of wood, a reasonable amount of apples, quite a lot of saplings. This is doing its trick quite happily. Yeah, I think we're good. I'd like to see a mob fall in the water. So that's that done. Let's let me check how long I've been recording, and we're going to make us. I think we'll make a start on refined storage. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to do it, but I may do it into the back behind the wall of the house here. So yeah, let's make a. Let me sort myself out, and I shall be back with you in a mo. That does not go in there. Alright, so there are several things we need when we're making things from refined storage, and one of the biggie is quartz enriched iron. We need lots and lots of that, so let's get a stack of it, or 4 stacks of it actually, but you know, same thing. We are going to need pistons, so for that we're going to we'll grab some cobble, grab some iron, get rid of, I'm probably not, no, I'm not going to make that many, am I? That will do, and we should have some wood here, which I picked up for this very purpose, and we'll, hopefully I can use chiseled. We can, good. And we'll chuck that iron back, we'll chuck the redstone back for the time being. So the couple of things we need to start off with. We need a controller which uses a machine casing, which uses smooth stone and well, that's smooth stone. Any smooth stone floating in there? Good God. Okay, we'll grab a little bit of that, and it's not the creative, it is that surrounded by those. So we'll make a couple of those because we're going to want them, no doubt. And then the controller needs a diamond. Okay, diamond A, and down here we should have some silicon, which I ran through just by smelting quartz. So that will go with that, with that. 1, 2, 3 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Gives us a controller. Now a controller on its own is pretty useless. We're obviously going to need all of the usual crafting monitors and all of the loads of bits and pieces. I'm just trying to check if there was a power converter with this one. I don't think there is. But we will need a disk drive. Disk drive is going to require chests and advanced processors, which for us to get into that, we're going to need to make solderers. We can start off with 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get a couple going, I think, here. Again, with those, but we probably will want more. We'll probably want 4. We'll almost certainly need, because that is, we'll almost certainly need 1 for each of these, 1 for that, and then 1 that can make any of these. So that's probably going to be 5 ultimately. And I'm thinking that what we'll do is we'll take a leaf out of the book that we ran last time. I'm going to get a couple more sticky pistons. I should have, and we'll have a room dedicated to, do that the right way around, it'll help, dedicated to putting, you know, these oh, we're going to need to do something about that, aren't we? I think. Doesn't matter. We can do something about that. That's the nice thing. Obviously, we can place that and that there. And give me that. We can place. Now that's going to do nothing because, of course, that is chiseled. So what do we want to do? Probably need to just tidy this up a little. Man, we need more than that really. Have I not got more? Yeah, there we go. And a bit of that going on, and maybe just something to indicate that it's actually there we go. Take that. So if I just put a little bit of this down there with that, take that and that out, and that out and that out, and I'm thinking we'll just replace all of this here. Ultimately, I want to get rid of the chisel bits because they are largely useless. Only cobble as well, so no biggie. I not got low. I would have thought that I had a whole bunch of this stuff floating around. Clearly, I don't. Cobblestone, there we go. B. Get you. Oh man. And do you. And that should do the trick. And we can basically fill this hole in all the way in there. We'll get. Don't know whether I'm going to need anything fancy back there. Let's just try it with a blob of redstone to start off with. If we do, that's not a problem, but normally speaking, you don't need much to run 2 pistons. There we go. That'll take us through there. So that'll be the back of the storage area, and then we'll head back in and, you know, clean this up a wee bit between now and the next episode, I think. Yeah, so I'll get this kind of ready. I think we'll call it an episode of this, to be fair. And let me stab a torch down before we end up having problems back there. I'll get that room done in the meantime, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.